Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Banner. I work together with Mary Idu this week, and we are presenting our in vivo topic on workers' compensation this week. So hope you all like it. We're just going to go through the basics of workers' compensation, and we'll get to also the scenario that was involved with workers' compensation. All right, so basically to explain workers' compensation, when an employee is injured on the job, they are legally protected under the Department of Labor's Office of Workers' Compensation. Workers' compensation provides benefits to employees who are injured while working. So why is this important? Well, labor is the single greatest expense in the majority of healthcare facilities. Good leaders know how to take care of their people because the people drive the income. It's because of smart, hardworking, and friendly employees that a facility succeeds. Healthcare executives need to keep their people safe and ensure that they have the resources they need to be able to work. Workers' compensation, although mandatory, protects employees and alerts executives to problems within the facility that can be addressed to improve employee safety. So our in vivo situation was the following. You work at the BYU Idaho bookstore. You hurt your back lifting some heavy boxes of textbooks. You were in a lot of pain. The physician at the Student Health Center suggested that you receive some physical therapy. Physical therapy is expensive, and should anything come out of your pocket when it's a workplace injury? When you were hired, your manager discussed with you something called workers' compensation. Would this cover your workplace injury? So to answer the question, are you eligible for workers' compensation? We said yes, because you were injured during the routine job activities at BYU Idaho, and that is the reason why you are eligible for workers' compensation. Workers' compensation is a great benefit, so that way you can recover and keep working. It may also be difficult to obtain due to stigmas you may face with employers. Some employees may face bullying or neglect from employers as they file. Legally, you are protected by workers' compensation from employer backlash and can receive legal help if employers do not honor your claim. These next few slides will show you how to file a claim and get the benefits you need. So, step number one is to seek medical attention. The first thing you want to do upon being injured is obtain medical attention. A first aid responder on site or the nearest hospital will be the most immediate sources of obtaining medical care. Obtain treatment until stable. Workers' compensation may also cover travel expenses needed to obtain medical coverage. If you want to find out more about getting travel reimbursements, you can go to the website. There's a link there. I'm also including this PowerPoint in the discussion board, so just feel free to click on the link. Step two, report the injury. Your employer needs to know as soon as possible that you've been injured on the job. It's recommended that you report the incident as soon as possible and no later than 30 days. By law, claims for unemployment can be acknowledged after the first 30 days of workplace accidents. This even applies to chronic conditions that are developing due to the work you are doing. And some of those chronic activities can even include bending over, lifting heavy objects, etc., and can develop chronic conditions. So you're eligible for workers' compensation for those things as well. Step three is to file a claim with your employer. There's a form called the DWC-1 form, and that's the document you need to fill out to file the claim. So what you can do is you can download a form of that from the website listed in the link, and then you could also ask your employer for it as well. So what you'll do is you'll submit this form to your employer and obtain a copy once they've received it. Once the employer's gotten the form, they have 90 days to be able to submit that form. They can actually be in legal trouble if they don't submit the form within 90 days. Step five is collecting benefits from the employer. So the employer will be legally required to provide disability benefits should your claim be accepted. Disability may provide options for salary reimbursement for missed time, money for further education to help you continue working, or permanent disability for long-term injuries. All of these options may be available to you on a case-by-case basis. Step six, disputing a claim. If your employer denies your claim for workers' compensation, there are legal options to help you out. You can visit a QME or a qualified medical examiner to determine if you have a legitimate claim. Once determined legitimate, you can file an adjudication of claim form. This form can be submitted to a local county DWC office for approval. And like I said, you can click on that link and you can find out a little bit more. That's their website to access that form. You'll need to give one of these to your employer as well. And it's important that once you give one of these, you can also get a physical copy as well. So If your employer still insists on denying your claim, you can also hire a lawyer and set up a hearing with your employer. If your case is legitimate, you may win the workers' compensation case, granting you access to workers' compensation benefits. Step 7, learn more. Guide for Injured Workers is a resource to learn about workers' compensation. It can be accessed at the following website, and that does actually provide a PDF to the workbook. Seminars are held at DWC locations and are open to the public. You can also learn more about the DWC website for more information on workers' compensation. A few questions that I thought about pondering. Have you ever had a workplace injury? Did you report it or did it go unreported? Did you file for workers' compensation? 2, why is workers' compensation such an important concept? And who benefits from it? And 3, how does workers' compensation work and how do you apply for it? If you guys want to look up any of the following links, they can teach you a little bit more about workers' compensation and how to obtain it. But there's the presentation. Like I said, if you have any questions, the links are great to be able to access more information. We will be overseeing the discussion board. Just feel free to have any or ask any questions that you have. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.